Ladies and Germans, how you all doing? This is kind of
And
work.
I'm Ru. Hello, hello, hello.
And folks, we promised you 3 games this week, and we will be delivering. This is a 2v2 just with interesting divisions. This is not with the patch we highlighted the other day. We will bring more of that content fairly darn soon. But nevertheless, we are on Omaha. You can see the nice little coast off there to the left. Orang, who's fighting it out?
Well, in left hand side in blue, we have War Hero Run as the 15th Scotch, and our TDs, I'm just gonna call them Art. Oh,
Atreides.
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 Alright.
Yeah, this guy's a Dune bro.
What does that mean, Atreides?
Duke Atreides is the ruling family of Dune when the book starts. And Paul, the main
Ah,
character, he's an Atreides.
that's pretty cool. Okay, alright, he's playing 6th Airborne Division. On the right hand side, we have Protozoka as Rintown and Des Turt. Des Turt. I know, I just find that funny. As the 16th Luftwaffe.
Okay, so it might be look like we're giving a lot of credit over here to Proto Soccer this week. I did hear some grumbling from him from our game on Tuesday. He didn't want us to show off bad gameplay, so I can't say anything about how this one goes, but hopefully he'll be a little bit more proud to see his name up in lights yet again.
Mm-hmm.
But what is so interesting about these divisions?
Uh, it's really interesting seeing 16th Luftwaffe in a
Mm-hmm.
2v2, because it's usually a division that you reserve for 4v4 as a support deck. You can kind of make it work in a 2v2, but in my personal experience, I find you need to have good support from your teammate to help you out, and then 16th Luftwaffe can support back. It's like you really have to trade units, and it's like a symbiotic relationship when you're playing with 16th.
Definitely sounds that way. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I am interested in kind of seeing all these POS tanks hit again. Well, okay, we're gonna start here in Phase A, and maybe by the time it gets to
Oh
Phase C,
god.
we'll be at the front lines.
Yeah, he's
I'm
got a
actually super
bloody
stoked for that.
he's got a bloody FT-17, so boy. Yeah, they're not going to be doing anything for the first 5 minutes, and that's not even an exaggeration.
But regardless, we are going to see a rather conservative breakout from the Allies side. I guess
Mm-hmm.
they're concerned about German reinforcements coming on in.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna give this match slightly allied favor. They just kind of got the better picked divisions, and 6th
Hmm.
Airborne and 15th on this map can do pretty good. Yo, looking up north, how many Panzer IIIs do we have? You got, yeah, one Panzer III and a Panzer
Yeah.
Werf. The Panzer Werf is a great call, as he definitely needs. Well, that's also Desert sent an infantry to the middle, so I'm guessing Panzer Werf is going to Werf the middle, and then Luftwaffe dudes end up trying to break through.
I'd
And we
like to
got.
point out the fact, by the way, sorry, the two
Mm-hmm.
Opel Blitzes from Destert in front of those tanks. They are going back and forth, up and down, and yet they still make it to the front lines. It's gonna be a good 30 seconds or more before
Mm-hmm.
then. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
But now, yeah, we got our tradies getting some
Hmm.
infantry into the forest, but here comes a Panzer Werf.
Yeah, and that actually that barrage is fairly well placed.
Yeah, that's really good. Didn't get full stun up on the second AB power show, but nonetheless, Destart's gonna have a lovely time, and Protozonka is gonna push in with some light vehicles. So a very good 1-2 punt to see if it plays off.
Except for the AB Paras that are right
Yeah,
there.
they're gonna.
And there goes one.
Oh
So,
damn!
question really is, I didn't even see the flank pans with it. Okay, if they get up, take care. Okay, now they could have something. Now they could have something here.
Oh, that was great. That was great.
Everything is pinned down. Everyone's been captured. And
Yeah,
somehow they're engaging the command carriers up to the north.
god damn, that's so use of Flam Panzer, right? Yeah, he was gonna run into another ABP out, and oof.
Oh boy. All
Pretty
right.
expensive losses, yeah, for Rintown. Even
Now,
though
the
they're only rather cheap.
interesting thing for me is that we have a couple of Churchills here, but we don't have a whole lot supporting here in the middle.
Yeah, it seems like both Allied players are really focusing on the flanks, especially up north with Raw Hero. He's pushing, slow and steady Scottish rifle charge across open ground, but it's working pretty well. There's really not much to stop him except for 2 Panzer Grenadiers and 2 half-tracks at the moment.
Meanwhile, just a quick time check. It's been almost 2 minutes, and those French tanks have not even made the turn on that road yet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be another 2 minutes before they, get their first taste of combat. I do like how they can fit, like, over 200 rounds of ammunition inside that small tank. I mean, the rounds are really small, to be fair, but
Yeah, I was going to say, when you're firing pistol rounds...
Yeah, that's just crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Well, we should at least make a acknowledge over here to this tankette in the middle of the 630F, the Sicherungs, which is right up here. He's exchanging shots with that para, but this is not paradise. No, sir, these are paratroopers, and they will probably kill him.
Yeah. This had a great push early on, like lovely 1-2 punts here from our Axis players. And if Desert Earth can just, bring in the reinforcements and stuff to hold, they should do pretty good. War Heroes brought in the Death Star boy and a bunch of reinforcements. So I don't think this is going to hold out in the middle for too much longer.
Not for nothing, but I'm actually pretty happy to see the Death Star for a change. We haven't seen him in a long time.
God, the Alpha, it's so much fun seeing that thing just shoot. I mean, there's other 27 HE vehicles or close. I mean, the Alpha is 30, but there's other vehicles of similar HE values, but it's just so satisfying landing on Alpha shot.
Very true indeed. Now, I'd be fascinated to watch the AVRE coming through and get flamed to death.
Yeah, it would be rather bad. But look, he's hit the Pioneer, and that's almost completely stunned up the Flam Panther, who's right next to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's really going to come down to his Panther 3, I think. Whether he can, like, stay off the Avra or not.
Well, there's a Honey Stewart coming in as well, so I don't know how much I like his chances.
Yeah, I don't like it too much either.
I do have to laugh a little bit. Down in the south, we are going to see a Flak Panzer Bren, so the 6th Airborne is going to say, wait a second, those are our vehicles. Just the same time as the middle part of the Allied position just starts to get hammered like crazy. The Luftwaffe Jaegers, oh my gosh, please don't tell me he's actually going to do something here.
The command carrier
surrender indeed.
Surrender.
Good God.
But he's going to get auto-cannoned.
Watch him take. I was going to say, watch him take out that 259. But in the north, the Germans have been pushed back by the assistance of that Churchill. He hasn't fired much, but what he has fired, he has done a good amount of damage with.
Yeah, and this is, if War Hero can really exploit his northern side, that's a pretty, and it's already making up for the loss in middle, as the Allies are slowly gaining that +1 point advantage. And Protozoka, he is sending in a Panther 3 up north, and Desert Earth is going to be helping out with 4 Ho FT-17s.
Now, when you say helped out, by the way, Honey Stewart goes down the center, courtesy of that P3, I think. Or was that the Luftwaffe Jaeger?
I think
it's either one shot from the P3 or Luftwaffe Jaeger killed it. Which would be
no,
impressive.
it's Panther 3, because the Panther 3 used up ammo, where Luftwaffe Jaeger's still full.
Yeah, but how often, again, does a P3 hit in the first shot? How often does any Panther hit in the first shot?
Fair point.
What I was about to say is that up north at P3, are we really sure those aren't like cheerleaders?
Oh.
And like the 730C is more like the head cheerleader. So
yeah,
if the P3 scores, then he's going to score with that 730.
It's the victory parade. It is a bit presumptuous.
It is very presumptuous considering what's up there, but not a lot of AT actually. It's just that Honey Stewart, and other than that, there actually is nothing.
Yeah.
But we are going to see the Little John Tetrarch coming up here to go after the P3 and
yeah, oh damn, good hit. Even if Little John didn't get him that rifle leader, definitely rid of. And this is great from the Allies. They're starting to regain in the middle. They still have a few of the Luftwaffe infantry that they just have to rout out. But with due time, they should be able to push, and the Panzerwerfer's out of ammo, or almost out of ammo. So he's not going to be able to really do too much to help stop his assault.
You know, I'm interested to see that. I don't see a lot of leader units coming out over here from the 16th Luftwaffe. Which I always feel like is such a big mistake in my mind, because when your troops take double damage to morale in the first place, you really need to have those guys to make sure they can hold the line.
Yeah, you don't really get many either for 16th, which
I know.
Is terrible. Like, I don't think you get any tank command, and I don't really think you get any support command.
No, there's a couple of 232s.
Okay. Because I know it really comes down to the infantry command, and the infantry Führers only have 1-star veterans. You also Luftwaffe Jägerman's a sniper Stuart up north, which is a pretty good hit, yeah.
Oh, nice. So that was oh, okay. Oh, okay. That was the honey stew that was creeping forward, the
Mm-hmm.
replacement for the other one. Gotcha. Now, in the meantime, though, these mortars are starting to kick off finally, which means they're starting to lock down that avenue of approach. Now, regrettably, to a certain extent, from the German side, while they do have some sort of anti-air, they don't have anything in the area to take care of this Mozzie.
Oh no, he's gonna definitely find a path.
You
A
know, I'm
path to
almost...
the Panzerwerfer. Sorry.
Oh, not a problem.
Oh
Please,
no,
actually, he's going
Pack
after the,
38.
the Pack 38, which I
God
think is a
damn it.
much better call.
Yeah, it was a better call.
I would have been amused as all hell if he had gone and just barraged that slow, how you called it, the victory parade up to the north. I would have cried a bit as well, but I probably would have laughed.
Definitely would have rained on their parade.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. By the way, I don't know how many of our viewers out there who are totally really into this, but I have to say, today I discovered there's going to be an animated 40K TV series coming out soon.
What? Come again?
Yes.
Come
Yes.
again?
So there's a guy who made short, like, fan films online, Guardsman, and I want to say, like, Hell's Reach or something like that.
Okay.
And apparently, Games Workshop was like, "Your shit's so good, we want you to head up an animated TV show."
Yeah, it sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, I have to say, returning back about 39 millennia though, there is an observation artillery plane on the map, the first one we've seen in forever and a day.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know exactly what to say about it other than I'm kind of excited, but I can't see him doing particularly well against this.
Yeah. Fortunately, is a friendly Messerschmitt out in the sky, so he will actually get a ray most likely. And he is dropping the target just on that lowly 6-pounder, which isn't a bad call.
Frankly, I don't really remember exactly how much off-map, like what his off-map caliber is. Is that like just a 110 kind of thing? Is it a 170? Like, what are we talking about?
I think it's a 170 ordeal. Like nothing too big. I believe a later one, the C-phase version, is 210.
Okay, so I was gonna say I don't recall ever. I've never used it myself.
Yeah, it's. I'm not really a big fan of using it personally, but it can work pretty well.
The Panzer River fires off the last of its wad over here to stop that push by infantry.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to be enough to completely forestall the Allied attack, but it will be enough, I think, to maybe slow things up, maybe force them to be a little bit more cautious.
Yeah, this is a really great push going in from the middle, as War Hero and Art-80s is both dedicating resources, and they killed the Panzerwerfer, good god. They are just making absolute headway. I mean, if you have the Stuart and the Tetrarch, Little
Oh
John,
my gosh. And the Avro goes and takes a 250-kilogram bomb to the face and laughs.
Yeah, and that Panzerschreck team didn't manage to get a kill, which is a bit of a shame, yeah. And Tetrarch Little John, he's just gonna murk the autocannon half-track. Good grief, this is not going good for the Axis at all.
Yes.
For now.
There we go.
There we go.
I'll say, the Pack 38 was sitting there for like ever and a day, and I was like, either he's gonna get stunned up or killed in one shot, and I could not figure out which. By the way, Panzer III to the north, the P3M, an oft overlooked, I would say, variant of this particular tank, does get a internal fragment on the Churchill 5. We might see a bit of a closing of the pocket to the north? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, we're on B phase now, so Prototonka does have some more Panzer Grenadiers, aka mechanized troops, to help push through, so if he does manage to knock out his Churchill and realise the gap, he could potentially make some good ground up north, but he has like an AT gun coming in, and I believe that's probably a 17-pounder 2-star, so that's probably going to soil any attempts of an attack.
Ooh, yes, and actually there's a Churchill 4 coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it's not the infantry support tank per se,
Oof.
but the infantry support tank does go down.
Yeah.
And we actually do have a very brave rifle squad behind enemy lines there.
Oh, yeah.
I am surprised they haven't been more aggressive in pushing off the Storch.
Same. They haven't got any anti-aircraft. But I was bringing in some anti-aircraft piece at the moment. But yeah, that Storch is flying around. I want to just take a look at the Axis field of view. And they're seeing an awful good chunk of all of RTDs and War Heroes infantry in the middle.
That is true.
Decent chunk.
I don't think any sandworms are going to help out Atreides too much. Though I will say in the south, I like their chances a little bit more. I feel like they should be not just flexing, they should be pushing in.
Mm-hmm.
they've got to know there's not much the other side of them. They know all the heavier tanks are in the north, so you might as well push to the south.
Yeah. I think both sides are just very just tunnel visioned into the center at the moment. Which, you know, it happens
Understandable.
all the time. The
The question
Flampanzer
is,
may help
yes. Well, the Flampanzer, and I wonder if this AT barrage, I'll bomb here says, I'm guessing War Hero? No, Atreides, okay.
Yeah.
So the Mozzie is going to go and totally backstop this attack. Question is, will they still be there when the bombs come raining down? It does look like they will be.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to guess this is going to be a very, very dead... Oh, no, never mind. Whoa, never mind. He's going to the south. He's going after those mortars.
Oh, that's going to be a great kill. Those mortars are right on top of each other. And...
Oh, wow.
Burn, baby, burn.
But that the other quasi-tanks didn't die. What deviltry is this? The center part of the field, though, War Hero's leader cannot keep the entire sector of the line in play, and I can't help but feel this might be the beginnings of an Axis point.
Yeah, they're starting to push through now in the center a bit, managing to rout all the infantry thanks to that Flampanzer and the off-map artillery. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. The Alvarez been forced to retreat for now, and we've got the mortar half-track helping out.
That's true. We're supposed to have Tetrarch and a Churchill to the center. There's another 381 off-map calling in. Yeah, and Atreides is just going to absolutely murk everything in the center, including that Stug, which is going to be right in the middle of the line of fire.
Yeah.
17-pounder speaks, by the way, and takes out 2 vehicles with 2 shots.
But, oh god, those French tanks are actually going to pin it down. What the hell?
Well, you fire enough bullets at something, eventually something will work.
They're actually being useful? Whoa. I need to take a step back for a second.
Yeah, I hope you're sitting down, Rang. I don't want you to get hurt.
They're not going to have a good time chasing the 17-pounder. I'm fairly certain the 17-pounder may be faster off-road.
That's actually a good thing to check. I don't know, because off-road for the 730s, it's 13.
Yeah, for the mortars it's like 13, so it's the same speed as the bloody FFT, which is... I mean, it's good in 1917, but... not so much in 1944. It can need a little bit more horsepower in the engine.
Interestingly, when a Tetrarch goes and forces back that autocannon half-track, and indeed, probably won't kill it. No, it doesn't kill it, but it's awfully bloody close.
Yeah. 17-pounders only at 10 kilometers off-road, so actually, FT-70s could chase him down.
Ooh, Churchill goes down.
Oof. Panzer III's knocking him out, and... this is really good territory for the Panzer III's in the middle here. We got off-map naval being dropped in by RTDs. Atreides.
I mean, come on, I know you're not a Fremen out there, but you can totally do this, man. I believe in you. Ugh. That's a universe that should really get a remake of that movie.
I haven't read too much of Dune, but it is pretty cool from what I've read of it.
Well, I feel like when, what's his name? Oh, God, I'm going to get lambasted for not knowing this, but whenever the author wrote the Dune, he must have taken like the Tusken Raiders and was like, these are now the Fremen. Whoa, the off-map call-in completely stops that push.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an expensive push. That's a 400 or 500 point push in that area.
Yeah, and that's going to give the Allies time to get some reinforcements, another tank, maybe an AT gun, to get a Churchill Mark IV to hold the middle.
Can we also just note how impressive it is that we're actually seeing machine guns getting used? Right. Well, we saw it the other day with the 3v3.
Huh.
But a Vickers HMG was getting sighted on in there, and he's not doing awful.
Yeah, he's not doing too bad for an unvetted Vickers, but yeah, it is rather peculiar.
Oh man, and the 17-pounder, the 730M is right next to him. I get the feeling it's going to be one shot, one kill. You cruel and inhuman beast.
Bang.
Alright. Well, that was the end of that brave charge. The light cavalry has died. And Jester just says, you know what? We need more of those things. Another 7 get called on in.
Damn, that's such a long-term investment when you buy them. I I mean, it's a nice thing because they're cheap, but you know.
I'm sorry, not 7, 9.
9. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Well, maybe what he meant to say was no. Like, you shall not pass. Like a very Gandalf moment here, perhaps, but...
I have like another, you know, dozen of these back at high command. I'm just gonna keep throwing them at you.
Either that, or apparently the guy who is on one of those tanks slept with his wife or something. There's a Hankel coming into the south, but at the same time, I'm seeing that off-map call in the center, and my mind just has to be focused on that.
Yeah. Oof.
Oh, Hankel's going after AVRE.
Did you get a kill? Nope.
Engines stall. The Mozzie may not have a whole lot to say, but he's not even concerned about that. He's going after the P3s.
Well, actually, no, he's going for the mortar half track. And
right... Oh, wow, he is.
Oh no, he's going for the P3. Sorry.
Totally fine. Up in the air though, we're seeing Tempests reap the storm. He says, and you know what? That's one fallback, and I'm pretty sure this other ME-109 is going to get killed as well. I can't say for sure.
Yep, and the Axis are now starting to quickly invest in some anti-air, maybe a Flag Z villain or the big boy would be a good choice. Always
nope,
a perfect
because for
choice.
Gepards and Flak Panzers instead. And this, folks, is just a reminder about why we don't see the 16th being played very often.
Yeah.
Amusing as they are. I was always kind of offended by the fact that the 16th wasn't just swimming in airplanes the entire time.
Yeah, it's rather weird mechanically. Like, they only have, like, bomber planes. I mean, it makes sense, and it's rather fun. And you can use, like, the rocket planes as decent fighters. But it is weird. For, like, when you think, like, Luftwaffe, you think awesome airplane fighters, but we just give you all the bombers that we can't use to bomb Britain anymore.
Certainly true. No matter what you need, we won't give it to you.
Just take some machine guns out of the airplanes and just use them, you'll be fine.
Hey, I mean, the Americans did it with the Marauder, why not?
Yep.
And these discount half-tracks, like, I feel terrible for them. I can't even call them tanks. I mean, it's impossible to call them tanks.
Which ones? Oh, the FTs?
Not the FTs, the 630s.
Oh,
ooh,
yeah,
whoa!
the French
What killed the
things.
AVRE? Oh, Stug. Stug is finally getting his name up in lights, but he might find his name going up in smoke. No, he's gonna get away in time. Typhoon comes down to bomb him, and yeah, he's already pulling back. Shockingly, here comes the observation plane yet again. So, Rang, as we get closer and closer to Christmas, and we say about things we're thankful for, because, I mean, you had Canadian Thanksgiving back in October, I had in November. I do have to say, the greatest of, you know, Thanksgiving, but also Christmas wishes to you up there in Canada. I know we'll have more stuff next week, but I had to say it. While I'm thinking about it, I could not be more lucky to be doing this with you as of right now. And you don't have to say it back, I promise.
Merry Christmas to you too, Khan.
Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. Okay, my heart just melted a little bit. Just like that Churchill did, one shot from the B3.
Damn.
And he might pick up 2. Oh my god,
Jeez.
2 shots, 2 kills.
I swear, those B3s, sometimes they just kill everything, sometimes they miss everything. And that was some good D20 Rosia from Destud.
Oh my gosh. Ugh. In the meantime, down south again. Still, down south there's been a couple little desultory mortar fire back and forth, and amusingly enough, we have Flak 36s, who have engaged something, but for what they really have engaged, I could not tell you what. Outside of that, nope. We're just going to continue to see this, try to get this big thrust in the middle, and I don't know how well that's going to go.
Yeah, it's really just been a fight for, like, this square forest, so to speak, and neither side really has control. I mean, the Axis have a lot of forces here. At the same time, it's a lot of the cheaper, like, 16th Luftwaffe stuff. But in terms of raw attrition, it's kind of... it really goes to the Allies, kind of. You know, at the same time, the Axis are doing pretty good in terms of unit variety, knocking out important units. We've got a Crocodile being brought in, which will be a bit of a pain in the arse, so maybe the Stug can kill it.
Well, it does make sense. I mean, we are right by water.
Mm-hmm. They get a bit snappy this time of year.
You know what's also terrifying?
What?
Hippopotami.
Oh, dude, hippopotamus will just fuck you up. Just
Uh,
snap you in half.
yeah, man, they can bite a crocodile in half. That's
Yeah.
impressive. You can get through. Oh, Sto takes on another victim. But anything that can bite a crocodile in half, the armored vehicle or the animal, is a terrifying thing.
Exactly.
Ugh. But in the meantime, more mosquitoes. Yep. The little annoying gadfly that he is, he's gonna go and just barrage again. These mortar positions have just not seen a lot of peace.
No. Maybe you should spread them out a little bit.
Yeah, that would be probably a better idea, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But one of them's gonna barely dodge it. Oh, they're both gonna barely get out of that one. Lucky bastards.
The second Flampanzer, I'm just a bit surprised by how durable these Flampanzers are, actually how decently these Flampanzers have been doing.
Yeah, it's all simply because Protosoccer just hasn't been fast moving them into the enemy territory. He's actually using them how you should be using them, when you keep them back a little bit and just let them burn stuff. Which I have a very hard time doing. I just want to rush Flampanzers when I have them.
Oh yeah, makes
It's
perfect
just-
sense.
Yeah, it's just rush in, flame on. I don't want to sit around and rape. These things were meant for attacking. I can totally kill like a whole tank platoon with just like 2 Flampanzers. Let's go. Panzer 3 goes down.
I'm laughing, by the way, about the fact that the observer plane, they sent in 2 wing pairs of fighters for it. Spitfires,
Yeah.
and then Tempests. And I can't help but feel that at least one of these Tempests should die. Oh no, he gets super lucky as the ME-109 decides to take a scenic route to get after him.
Oh yeah.
That is super lucky. Yeah, you ain't getting that, bro. What killed the P3?
No
The
idea.
crocodile? Probably the crocodile. It's got
Maybe-
6 rounds out.
Probably.
But in the meantime,
Up north.
so by the way, have you gotten your pre-ordered Steel Division 2?
Not yet. I'm gonna wait for it to come on Steam before pre-ordering.
Exactly. I was going to say the same thing, but guys, just a quick reminder out there: SD2 does come out next year. What's I going to say March, doesn't it?
I think it's April now. They delayed it a
Well,
bit to
you know
April.
what? As long as they don't bring it out on April 1st, I know they'll be for real.
That'd be a good April Fool's joke.
Oh no, I'm not sure we can take it, unless it was like some historical reference. That'd be hysterical then.
Mhm.
But Goldman is back. He is lining up on that crocodile. There's a lot more anti-air this time. And we see what his accuracy is truly like, which is to say awful.
Yeah. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss.
Gotta know when to hold 'em. Know when to hold 'em.
That's the theme song to the B3, everybody.
That's the theme song to every single thing for the Germans. Ugh. Panther G down to the south though. So let's have a nice little question here. Proto Soccer, better than he played earlier this week?
Yeah, he's doing much better than when he's playing 16 failure this week, so you can be proud of
Breathe
this
easy.
match, Protosoccer. Reapprove.
Yeah. But don't let it go to your head. Now, amusingly, also terrifyingly at the same time, we have just this conga line of rifles on the absolute northern side of the map, and they're going to take out something pretty darn soon. I can't say what for sure, but something's going to happen. B1
Yeah.
being brought back in. Sorry, please go ahead.
But just like that whole northern sliver is giving the Allies a slow but sure plus 1
Yeah.
point advantage, and they've got quite a lead. Quite a ridiculous lead. Not too ridiculous, but the Axis haven't even managed to get 1 point on the scoreboard yet, so they need to do something soon.
They were threatening for a bit, but apparently they're just more of like, they were going to shake their fist occasionally. They don't want to go and be too mean.
Yeah, you're just looking at the force dispositions in middle. I think if they had like a Panzerwerfer or some heavy artillery or something, they could just shake up the middle and then just push on right through. Because they have the forces to do such a thing. It's just trying to scare those crocodiles up before going around those deadly corners.
Unfortunately, that 381, that's the last artillery strike from that Jeep. But that's going to stop everything in its tracks.
Yeah.
Which is indeed a shame. Now, you're saying about some artillery fire. They have the Stu, but the problem with the Stu is that direct artillery fire. You mean indirect fire, right?
Yeah, like they got some 120mm mortars. Desert has. I was hoping maybe Protozoa has like another Panzerwerfer, because you can't get two for in town, and it's usually a good idea to get both. Yeah, that'd be the perfect unit, really.
Cannot help but agree. Now the Stroke F8 over here, he wants to get close to this one crocodile. Regrettably, the other crocodile says, I got teeth too.
Mm-hmm.
And down he goes. And now the 380, yeah, there goes the 380. And there goes 5 vehicles.
Jesus Christ.
And as expected, there goes the help button from Destard.
The first aid ain't gonna save you now. Jeez. Oh, in like his northern middle area, he got like this Panzer III and half track trying to push through. And this sort of rather exposed archery in the Allied lines, so maybe Protozoa can do something here.
Maybe, but there are still those 2 crocodiles.
Mm-hmm.
And they will devastate the back lines. You can see already the German squads are like, I'm not doing this, bro. No. Like you can fight whatever you want to.
Yeah.
But the Germans continue to threaten to pick up a little more territory. I cannot help but feel they clean up that AB Paris and the Assault Pioneers just to the southeast of that brace of crocodiles. And there's a +1.
Ooh, there we go.
We have liftoff. Oh, never mind.
Never mind. Nope.
Oh, it was too good to be true.
Yeah. But they got 50.60 points now. There we go.
Ooh.
Got the +1 back up. And they are actually putting pressure down in the south with the Panther G. And backed up by 2 FT-17s. And just the size comparison alone between the Panther and the FT is bloody hilarious.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that, but you're absolutely right there.
It's just such a tiny tank compared to the bloody Panther.
Again, I can't call it a tank. I don't think I can call it is a half-track.
Yeah,
at best.
I mean, it pretty much has the rule of a half-track. It's worse than a half-track, really, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least a half-track knows when to actually transport troops.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the +1 comes back up. Air landing troops to the north are trying to hold back the storm. They're having their personal bridge too far moment here. Not sure how well they're going to be able to last, but they still do have 3 more shots of Piat ammunition.
Mm-hmm.
Be the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spigot, if you know what I mean.
Praise be to the Avra. Praise be to the Piat.
Yeah, indeed. Praise be, sisters. Praise be. First shot comes out. Second shot comes out with a 250 rather. Stay alive.
Yep.
And apparently he does not like the Bee Gees, for he goes down and he goes down hard.
Mm-hmm.
And as expected, though, we're going to see a couple of infantry squads being rushed up there to the north, as well as a Challenger tank. That Challenger is an absolute doom machine for the moment. And even worse, I think it's the 120mm mortars you were talking about. They freak out their own troops.
Oh, that's not ideal. That's not ideal at all. That 17-pounder could have got killed by the Panzergren, but a little bit of friendly fire. Could have been
killed. Luftwaffe Jaeger's getting closer and closer. All of them are carrying those bottles of Patron.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm super excited for this. I think one crocodile is going to go down to the P ground and maybe one crocodile down to the Luftwaffe Jaeger.
That'd be perfect. Oh god, that is... Oh, that's really ballsy as a crocodile.
Shots! Everybody!
God damn.
That's one. And the second one's going to come up before he even gets seen. I don't think he's going to get seen at all. Never mind, he's going to see this. All right, boys.
Firing?
Charge.
God, this is not...
This is so close.
This is not good for the crocodile, jeez. The croc's in a good position to get some flanking shots, but at what cost?
Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum.
Oh, he can't aim both ways.
Yeah, there goes the Luftwaffe Jaeger, but...
It really penned
transmission damaged. Oh! Oh, that's gotta hurt.
The carnage.
Just north of that, the P3 starts duking out the Churchill 6, and he takes it out. Could the Germans be clawing their way out of the dumps?
Yeah, I mean, just looking at unit disposition all across the map, the Axis just have more stuff. They have the more, down south, the Panther and FT-17s just got completely murked, so that's going to shut down that push. But up north, it's looking pretty good. It's just that Challenger, it's a pain in the ass.
Well, that's what happens. You beat the champion, a new challenger appears.
It's like
Oh
a
wait,
match of Super Smash Bros.
did you see the new Pentamer for the toe?
Oh, there we go.
He
There
just
we
dropped,
go.
man. He just dropped. Martyr 3 to the north is going to get attacked like crazy by the Typhoon AT, but shockingly enough, does not go down.
Yeah. That Typhoon should just be called a Typhoon, not an AT model, as it can barely blow up a Mortar 3.
No, it can't blow up a Mortar 3, though?
What?
Actually, no, it can blow up a P3, even better than that. A Piat squad. Oh, yeah. And that Challenger comes in and fires 2 rounds and takes out a Martyr 3. So we have another confirmation of what can kill a Martyr 3.
Mm-hmm. Lots of things can apparently kill a Martyr 3. I don't think it was the most well-armored vehicle, to be frank.
Oh, what if you were being frank? What if you're being Rang?
You know, I don't know.
Dad jokes. Dad jokes for days. Well, the priest is going to go and bless the northern side of this front
God damn it.
with tons and tons of holy fire.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought for a second the 120mm mortars were going to drop some more material on their own troops from the German side of things too, but shockingly enough, they do not, in fact, kill their own men this time.
Mm-hmm. Just looking at the points so far to get like a good victory, it's really going to require like a +2, +3 for Axis. And they still have quite a bit of map control, an extra 4% they need. And I don't really see it happening. Like, they are starting to get some good momentum. Oh, B3 knocks out the Charlie.
That's good, because the 17-pounder knocked out the 232E.
Oof.
And that
That's
Henkel's not
goody.
making it out. That Henkel's not making it out. There's way too much junk. 4 fighters? Oh my gosh. Folks, it looks like a bad porno in there. That is one gangbang you won't be a part of. If one ME-109 is going to kill a mosquito, but you don't use an ME-109 to kill a mosquito. Even Confucius would say that.
Yeah.
Ugh. Especially not when the storm is coming behind him and the 2 Tempests come in and take him out in turn. Yikes.
Yikes. Yikes indeed. And that's really going to halt majority of Axis offensive operations for the rest of the match, aka the summer.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So this is kind of more like operation of like a fall blau, and I don't mean case blue. I mean there's just black and blue all over from this.
And red all over.
Oh,
They're starting to run away.
Yes, indeed. Not exactly bagration, but but still the Germans hold this salient, a bulge, if you will, in the American lines.
Yeah.
I mean, what else can you say? But they're happy to see them.
I'm very happy to see them. The British, not so much. But
And the
maybe,
Scots. Let's recognize the varying pieces of the UK.
Aye. But
And remind me, what's the difference between Great Britain and the United Kingdom?
Great Britain. Okay, I might get this wrong, so people in comments can correct me. Great Britain is the island of Britain, Wales, and Scotland, while United Kingdom is including Northern Ireland.
In the Isle of Man, or no?
And the Isle of Man as well, I believe.
Okay.
United
Cool.
Kingdom is pretty much every like isle in the Channel that's like English United Kingdom property, kind of. Yeah, don't entirely quote me on that. That's like from a CCP Grey video I've seen like 2 years ago, and I kind of forgot it.
You know, hands down, that's actually where I was trying to think back to, and
Yeah.
I could not for the life of me think it. Stuart Recce takes out one of the Sicherungs just with the 50 cal ammo, and again, that's just highlights how pathetically bad. It takes out a second one at the same time. Stuart Recce for president. But the Germans get their +2.
Mhm.
Regrettably, that doesn't look like it's going to be enough for them. They get that +3 if they really want to do it, and I don't know if that's possible.
Yeah, they're just barely clawing their way out to a draw at the moment. Damn, Suraki knocks out like the goddamn Flak Panzer Bren thing, but the Marder 3's here, and the Marder 3 doesn't mess around.
You know, I kind of feel like if this went for another 10 minutes, we might actually see the Germans take this.
Yeah, for sure. 6 airborne starting to run out of stuff. They do have good air power, and the Scots have been. I mean, losing both crocodiles in the middle was a pretty heavy blow to their force. But still, it's been it's been a pretty big war of attrition overall for both sides. I'm really quite surprised how well the Axis are pulling their punches in sea phases. Rindown isn't really that good of a sea phase division, and same with Luftwaffe.
Yeah,
Luftdorf is Luftdorf.
I was going to say, if they do pick this up as a draw, I think a draw in this case is, in fact, a win.
Yeah.
Northern Cromwell takes an internal fragments as he had that Stu 42 on the ropes. So, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, wow, wow. And the mortar says to the Stu 42, what else can I say but you're welcome? And I think this last B1's going to get taken out by something.
No, the anti-air is actually saving his ass. He's going for the priest. Is he going to kill it, yo?
See, that's a sin, my friend. Cardinal Avino, I'm not entirely sure, but it's a sin somewhere.
Somewhere. Everything's a sin, if you think hard enough.
Yeah, I'm sure Dante has to have a word or two to say about that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm amused by the fact that we had two Brand Universal carriers go past that Panzer III, and I was like, oh, we shouldn't be here. But yes, this in fact, I have to give the moral victory over here to Protoss and Destert fighting outside their weight class this entire time.
Yep. And I think I'm going to get more points than the Allies by the time this match ends. I mean, it's still going to be a draw. But still, it's been close. It's been very close.
They're saying a TKO in favor? Okay, that's interesting. There's a Flampanzer that was facing off against a Cromwell and a Challenger. As you might expect, the Flampanzer did not win.
Yeah.
But now there's so much anti-air over here on the German side. Mobilwagons, Gepards, Leopards, beasts of every stripe. And, I mean, that's going to be that.
Mm-hmm. Luftdorf finally managed to get the anti-aircraft net online and operational.
Again, ironic when you think about it, but I suppose you take what you can get here. So yes, you're right. They do go and pick up a technical victory and the moral victory. So congratulations over here. Protoss and Destert. Stu 42 does go down in the center, courtesy of that Challenger. And I think that push is in an arrested development. I did one last pun in there. Anyway, that's going to be it. The Germans end up just shy of 900 points to about the 840, so it is still a draw. But man alive.
Yeah, they managed to get the KD advantage over Raw Hero and Artrides, yeah. And just looking at the kills, holy moly, the Avro was just knocking infantry squads down.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Mr. Martin.
Well, Alderson did pretty well.
Yeah.
I do want to see who the 381 off map. Oh man, 381 was the Red Devils.
Yeah.
Damn.
Look at losses, yo.
Shockingly enough, not a ton.
Yeah, to be fair, we can only see like the 15th losses in this case.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they could have also killed 6 airborne units, and unfortunately we can't see it. And just looking at history, it's pretty back and forth for the majority of the history. There's a few like red and blue/green patches every now and again.
Yeah, but that's just an artillery barrage and then a push forward kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, both sides played really well. It was really a battle
Actually,
for the middle.
I just say I found 2754, so 7 kills to that single off-map arty.
Yeah, it was the one that like landed right in the middle of that little tank platoon.
But regardless, well played to both sides. Really, really gripping. I didn't know what was going to go on there, and I'm surprised to see that late game push.
Same.
Regardless, folks, we are coming up on the end of this particular broadcast. I know we have more stuff for you guys later. Again, if you have not seen the balance patch that Protoss Soccer and others have put out, check out our video from Tuesday. Ryan, are we going to put that in the link below, maybe? Or
yeah, sure.
I'll try to get a link into that myself. Check out that patch. Play some of yourself. Send us your replays. We'd love to see what you guys have to do in your tactical decisions. But for right now, this is Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangru. Take it easy.